I was thinking, how are we going to build this course? So either to just give you a bunch of explanation and theory, or to do also a little bit of theory and a lot of practice. So I've decided to give you like more practice. So we will try to adapt this website into Shopify theme. All right, so this website, I took it from the office. This is the official website. All right, so I took it from them. So if it is just for education purpose, okay, so it's not for selling, or it's not for trying to recreate like their work. The GitHub repository is right here. I will leave the link on the description. So we will try to adapt this website into our Shopify theme. Let's get started. So first things I will do, I will open my VS Code. I will start my terminal. I will go where save my project, and I'm gonna open it with VS Code, and it's like this. Put it here, perfect, and I will start the development store right here. Perfect. What I'm going to do, or what you're going to do, and it is that you come to template directory. So delete every file that you find inside the template directory. And next, you go to the snippet and you delete every file inside the snippet directory. Perfect. Once you're done, you go to the sections and you delete every file that you're gonna find inside the sections, just like this. And once you're done doing that, okay, so just like me here, let me remove all these things, move to trash. Also move to trash. I have no file inside the templates directory, nothing inside the snippets directory, and nothing inside the sections directory. So now let's go back to the layout. So inside the layout, you're going to have these two files. So password.liquid, and you're gonna have theme.liquid. So click on theme.liquid and make sure that you have the exact setup like me here. So anything else, delete it. So inside the head, you should have this object like this, content for header, and on the body, you should have only the content for the layouts, and delete anything else. Okay, and the rest is just the HTML. So once you do have the same setup, so save it. If we press T to open our hot link, okay, so we're going to have something like this. We will start with the template, layout, and sections. I will give you like quick definition. I'm going to read straight on the documentation so we don't waste any time. And next we will start to practice directly with implementing the code from this website that I showed you earlier. Let's go back to template. Let's go to template and click on overview. Templates control what's rendered on each type of page. Each page type in an online store has an associated template type. If you scroll a little bit down, you're gonna have this illustration that show you something like a website. So on the top we have something like the header, and on the bottom we have something like the footer, and on the middle here is going to be where our template is going to be injecting code. All right, so everything that is going to be in between here is going to be coming from templates. So let me show you an example. If I go to this office.co.uk, if I go beneath the office and this announcement bar, anything that is below here is a template. Okay, it's displaying some type of file or some type of template. So in this case, it is the home page, and as you can see, we have the footer from here. Actually, in between is the template. How can you be sure it is a template? Because templates display the data based on the request. So in the case I click on this product, for example, it's going now to render a product template. Okay, and on top you have the header, the same design, and on the bottom you have the footer, the same design. Okay, so the footer and the header is repeating in every pages, and we have the template that renders the product page type in this case. And we can even go try the collection. If I go back here and I click on Summer Soconi, something like this, and again, you know, on top we have the header, and on the bottom we have the footer. If I can get the bottom, we have the footer right here, and in the middle we have a template, but in this time it is collection page type. How to create a page type in Shopify template. So to create a page type, you need to go to the template. Okay, first of all, let me show you the list of the page type. So this, you have it here, the 404, the article, and etc. All right, so you cannot have anything else other than what Shopify provide here. You cannot come here, create a test template. It's not possible. You're gonna get an error. You need to follow Shopify structure. And we have two types of templates in Shopify. We have the JSON template and we have the liquid template. The JSON template, in a very short definition, just means that you building something dynamic for the client, where the client can manage to edit the website without needing a developer or without touching the code. Okay, it's very flexible. And the liquid template is a static way of building website, just like we used to code. So you're just coding directly everything with HTML, CSS, JavaScript, but the client cannot change it. It's very static. How to create template sections in Shopify. So we go to JSON template and they give you a preview here of what you should follow. All right, so a JSON template accepts only a JSON file with a fixed schema and a list of accepted attributes. Okay, so the root should be an object with the following attribute. So let's get started. We want to create this website. We want to create the first page here, which is the home page. So we're gonna call it index. All right, we need to create first of all the template type for the home page. So what I'm going to do first, I need to create the file. So I'm gonna go to the templates directory. I will click on it and I'm gonna create index.json. And again, remember that here you can create that JSON file or that liquid file as well. So let's get started to create a JSON template type here. So first we need to create the root, just like it says here. The root should be an object with the following attribute. So first let's create the object. Okay, there you go. And then we can use the layout attribute, we can use the wrapper, okay, we can use the sections, and we can use the order. And if you check here, we have the type. So the layout is type of string. If it is not defined, it's going to give you false, okay, and it is not required. The wrapper has a string type and it is not required either. And then we have the sections, it is object type and it is required. And then we have the order, it is an array type and it is also required. We're gonna focus on these two, the sections and the order, because they are required. But just for you to know, the layout, you don't need to specify the layout. Only in the case you want to use different layout, then you can specify the layout attribute. And the wrapper is just like the name stated, is just a div or a section that's going to wrap your entire homepage code. Okay, so let's try to use the wrapper and the sections and the order, and we will talk about the layout a bit later. Okay, so I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna say wrapper, and it is accepting a type of a string. So I will leave it like this for now. And if I go a little bit down just to read about the wrapper, so the wrapper property makes it possible to insert HTML tags around all of the section in a JSON template. So in this case, we are working with the index or the homepage type template. So it can use the following HTML tag: the div, the main, and the section. Let's give this one here a main. I want to give it a class of main. Let's say main home, okay? And I also want to give it an ID of main, something like this. It's not really important for now. And then next we have the sections attribute, and this section attribute is an object. So for now, leave it empty. And then next we have the order attribute, and it is accepting an array. That's it for now. So I'm gonna stop right here and we'll continue in the next one.